everyone, this is Melissa. I go by Stitching Liz here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. I hope you'll follow me over there too. I'm here today for a quick update. I just want to show you a couple things I've been working on, a recent finish, and my first pick for Major Whips March. I'll show you what I decided on for my first weekend. I want to start out by showing you a recent favorite thing that I got for Christmas. It's holding one of my projects. It's this embroidery cross-stitch bag. You can see it's got two pockets. It's got this circle pocket up in the front and a square pocket behind it. It's got two handles. So, I'm a hoop stitcher, and this front circle pocket is perfect for hoops. You can see I've got my hoop in there. And since this is a year-long project, I always want to make sure I have a hoop for it. And then the square pocket opens on both sides all the way down. And then on the back side, there is an elastic pouch and two mesh pouches. And on the other side, there are some zipper vinyl pockets. This is holding my temperature record project. So you can see I've got my floss in here. This represents all the floss I might need for the whole project throughout the year. In the mesh front pocket, I have a pair of scissors and a pen because there's a little bit of record keeping with the temperatures in this project. And then in the back pocket, I have my chart. You can see so far, I've got my temperatures written down and the corresponding DMC color that goes with it. And I also have in this back pocket my actual project. So, if you're not familiar with a temperature record project, it's a project where you record every day the high temperature usually, but the temperature of the day. And then there's a corresponding DMC color for each one. Mine is by Zara Designs, and it's a heart. This is where I'm at with it so far. I've gotten all the way up to here. It started here and worked its way down and around. So tomorrow I will work on the next week of hearts. Let me get it a little closer so you can see. So all the hearts are different colors. It's been a fairly warm winter here. So the colors are fairly mild in the mild part of the temperature record. You can see there's even some yellows. This yellow was 71 degrees. And I live on Long Island in New York. That is a very warm day in February. 71 degrees in the winter. So this is my temperature record. I'll continue working on it all year, and I'll show you progress throughout the year on that one. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is a recent finish, and it's something that's on my whip go board. This year I decided to do a seasonal whip go board. I'm sure most of you are familiar with WhipGo, but just in case, it's bingo for your whips. And every month, Jessie Marie does stuff, calls two numbers for your board. Your board is numbered 1 through 25. This is my board. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in each square, there's a different project that you've picked and a goal to meet. So you can see mine has the project, goal met, and then when I meet the goal, I highlight the goal met section, and when it's called and complete, I highlight it all blue. So Mine is a seasonal board. All the projects on here are related to a season. I have several series that I've started that are seasonal and I want to finish them. So I have 8 seasonal projects. They're all new starts and I would like to finish them by the end of the year. I am not really going by what's called each month. I'm going more within the season. So, this project that's finished, it actually was called, you can see because I have it highlighted blue and it's complete, but it was also on here 2 other times and those numbers haven't been called, so it isn't complete yet. But it was a winter project, so I decided to work on it for the winter. And the project is called Gathering Holly, and it's by Annie B's Folk Art. Sorry about the glare. That's a little better. And this is my finished one. I even ironed this. I got an iron for Christmas specifically so that I could iron my cross stitch pieces. I do not care if my clothes are wrinkly. I do want to have my cross stitch ironed. So I ironed this one when it was done. I don't really keep track of fabric. It is an Aida, 16 count Aida. So this is my finished project. I'm working on a project that is through Liz Matthews' Patreon. It was a freebie that she posted, or a gift really, that she gave to her Patreon members. And I did join her Patreon. And this is, there's 2 charts. There's this one, the love arrow, and this one with the hearts, and it says love and it's a big heart. I'm doing this one. I was very lucky, and I won a giveaway from Ann P, who is Fiber, Floss, and Fiction on YouTube, and Little Bird Stitcher on Instagram, and also Knit One Spin Two on Instagram. And she was so kind and generous in her giveaway. And one of the things I won was this linen. It's a 32 count color and cotton linen in this bright red. And you can see I'm working with white DMC. So far I've got the O, which is a heart, and I've started up to the L. I don't usually stitch on linen, but this was so pretty that I definitely wanted to try and use it. The reason I don't stitch on linen is because it kind of is hard for me, but this linen is very easy to work on. I've been finding it easy to find the holes, even though it's a darker color and even though it's linen and not even weave. I feel like I've been doing okay with it. I don't know if color and cotton is specifically so wonderful, and that's why I'm having such a good time. Maybe it's that it's color and cotton, or maybe just my experience in stitching is helping out, that I've been stitching for a longer time than when I first tried linen. I have a feeling it's more the color and cotton than my experience, but this is really fun and I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to work on this more today. And then I wanted to show you my first pick for Major Whips March. In my last video, when I talked to you, I told you that during March I'm going to be doing something called Major Whips March. And you can join me if you'd like. I'm going to be choosing 4 whips. I really can only stitch on the weekends, so it's for each weekend in March. I will do a different project of something that I consider major in my whip pile. So the one I decided to start with, which will be next weekend, oops, it almost fell, is Awake My Soul by La Di Da. So I'm going to start on this one, and I'll remind you that this is where I am at with it. So we'll continue working on this next weekend and see how far I can get. I'm not putting a goal or any kind of pressure on myself to get to a specific spot in the chart, just to work on it and refamiliarize myself with it, see how much I like it, see if I want to keep it as a whip, and just enjoy it, hopefully. So that will be my first whip for Major Whips March. And if you want to know more about that, you can watch my previous video and it will tell you more. So that's my video for today, my little update. I just wanted to touch base with you and say hello. I hope you're all doing well and that I get to see you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great day. Bye-bye.